Oh, Mother, I skipped your Sunday read last weekend, but I did get your text, and I appreciate. I guess, like you said, I did spend a lot of time and effort getting that law changed. And you're right. I guess nobody ever knows I did it. But potentially a lot of artisans and craftsmen and everybody now have the opportunity to do it legally. So pat myself on the back for getting it done. But I think the last time I read the letter that I sent to the head of the game department, the word started getting around about what happened. And it got back to a lawyer friend of mine who I hunt with. He called me, I guess pretty sure he called me. Said he wanted to take up the case pro bono because he thought it was ridiculous. Which it was. But anyway, so I wrote him a letter to, I guess, confirm I was being retained. And I gave him a turkey call I made, which had a copperhead skin on it as a deposit. So I was engaging in illegal activity again. Giving my lawyer an illegal turkey call as a form of payment. But at any rate, I won't say his name. It says, I've enclosed a copy of the letter along with the photo of the sign I made. These were delivered to the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries last Monday, August 19th, to be received by Mr. Nobody. I also surrendered, I don't know, 2 bows that I made with copperhead skins, a whole lot of shit that I had made that they claimed was illegal. When I dropped that letter off, I surrendered all that shit to them. They kept it. Probably hanging on their wall right now. Also included is the original summons I received. On the back, the officer wrote his cell number and said he would contact me in a week or 2 in the event my story panned out. Of course, he never called. That was with regards to my conversation with the colonel at the time, who said it was okay to do what I was doing, but then retired and it wasn't. I've been in contact with several people who are thoroughly irritated by this ordeal. I'm not sure if they also contacted Mr. Nobody, or perhaps you made a call on my behalf yesterday. But for whatever reason, last night, around 7 p.m., Mr. Nobody called my father and spoke with him for about 45 minutes. They knew each other and worked together when my father was Commissioner of State Parks. My father then called me to tell me of all the wonderful glowing things Mr. Nobody had to say about me, generally stating that he was surprised and embarrassed about the incident, and gave some indication that this matter would go away. I'm fine with that, but I still don't know how, and I don't trust Virginia DGIF to solve it. Hence the need for your services. So whatever you can do to help me is much appreciated and will be paid for in cash and deer hunts. P.S. The turkey call is yours to keep as a deposit, even though it was illegal to process or illegal to possess. Well, there's a ticket. Correspondence. So we go to court. I can't remember if I'm repeating myself or not. And I was just looking through this. So the charge was to sell copperhead skin and turkey hearts. Misdemeanor. Continue. So the sentence was, according to this one, nothing. According to this one, it's all legal mumbo jumbo. So the disposition of the sentence was guilty. No, I pled guilty. It says deferred disposition. But the sentencing just says deferred, nothing. But I know it was something because then I got this. Your driver's license is suspended. Oh, shit. You owe one or more of the following for a conviction in this court. So I guess in a sense, I pled guilty. It did, I guess, go away because it doesn't have a sentence. But okay, so the case would be continued for 3 months, during which I was on some sort of wildlife probation, where I checked off I will not sell wildlife or any parts thereof. I signed it, my attorney signed it, and the judge signed it. But as I think I said before, I guess one of us was supposed to come back at the end of the 3 months, and then I got my driver's license suspended. But this is what, I guess, part of what sent me over the edge to try and change the law. I was looking in the file before I came out here, and I was writing letters to all the department heads and the game commission. I wrote a letter to the chief of the Wolf Creek Cherokee tribe, getting his support. I wrote a letter to another wildlife lobbyist who was trying to do the same thing I was, but with regards to fur-bearing species. Because the way the law was written, I mean, it was the dumbest law. It basically said anyone who buys, sells, or trades fur-bearing species has to have a fur trader's license. And I was like, well, that's a crock of shit. I mean, Anybody that just goes out as a consumer and buys a raccoon skin hat or something, it's illegal for them to buy it because they don't have a fur trader's license. Anyway, so I think he got that resolved, and I got this resolved. It might have been in the same General Assembly 2016, but I got some more little funny letters that I'll try and read to you next Sunday or whenever I get around to it. We got a giant mess going on at Pat's house as usual. All right, I'll see you.